Hi, my name is Luke, and welcome back to Luke What Ifs. This is going to be what if Deku was neglected and was OP. So we're gonna start off with Deku and Izumi. Deku and Izumi were born at the same time, but Izumi is a little bit older than Deku, about 2 seconds. So, so we're gonna skip 4 years later. When they both was ready to go to get to the quirk doctor, Izumi had a telekinesis quirk, but Deku, he had a fire breathing quirk, which Izumi said, "Your fire breathing quirk is cool," and All Might says, "How can you have a fire breathing quirk, but we never had fire?" But then that, well, Inko says it might be from my family because my family are known for having quirks similar to dragon powers. Oh, okay. So then Deku grows up harsh, but his sister always has his back. But one day, Inko and All Might thought Izuku was holding Izumi back. So one day, they when Deku was 10, they took him to a carnival, but Izumi didn't go because she was over her friend's house, but they left Izuku there. So Izuku was left alone with the police, but one hero came to, complete, pick up Deku, because he knows Deku. This hero is Eraserhead. So Eraserhead adopts Izuku. Izuku has trained himself throughout the years, just training and training, trying to be number one. So Izuku goes to the UA entrance exam. He sees a familiar face, Bakugo Katsuki, but he was with somebody, Izumi, which he recognized. Izumi recognized him but didn't want to say nothing. So Izumi, Bakugo go and, well, Deku was just asleep. We gonna skip over to the entrance exam. Deku was sleeping, and Tenya does his little stick and says, you missed about the zero pointer. If this is a mistake on UA's behalf, I will highly be upset." And then he says, "You back there with the green hair, stop sleeping. You're 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 not listening. If you aren't going to take this serious, I suggest you get out of this hero exam." But then Deku says, "If you would have just let him talk, we could have been done with this," because he was about to explain about the zero pointer. Second of all, I wasn't asleep. I was listening just with my eyes closed. Third of all, mind your own business, mister. And yeah, so he said, "Thank you, number 25." So then Zuku goes and sits down. He does the test. He gets, I'll say Azawa helps him with his knowledge. He doesn't go back to school. He was homeschooled. So, Azawa, so he got like one of the highest scores in the exam, inter-exam test. So, Deku, All Might, let's just say All Might Ingo is a hero called Telegirl, Telekinesis Girl, and they are looking, and Aizawa just smirking, and he says, "All right, Zuko." So he can hear him. Then, no, Aizawa says, "Let me do it. You ready? Get set. Burst off." So Deku, without anybody saying go, he blitzes in, destroying three, 4 3-pointers, 1 2-pointer, and 6 1-pointers. Just destroying them left to right, left to right. And everybody said he's cheating, but then Aizawa says there's no go in a real battle. So go, or else you won't get no points. So the whole thing with him and Oraka doesn't happen. So Zuko goes. He sees a. So the 0-pointer comes out. Right now, Izuku has 205 hero points. All Might score is 290, I think, in canon. So we're just gonna say in this AU, yeah, that's his score. So Deku helps people trying to defeat their their uh their robot, and he collected 90 villain hero points. So Izuku goes home with Izuku goes home with Aizawa. Aizawa just saying, "How do you think you did?" I think I did good. So the next day, Izuku gets a letter from UA, seeing Nezu and saying, "You have passed the 1A entrance exam with one of the highest scores in the writing portion, and almost beating All Might score." So Deku says yes. So Deku gets into class 1A. So the next day, Aizawa wakes up Deku and he says, "Get ready." So this is what Deku has on: a blue shirt with a white. Let's just say in this one, they do not have uniforms. They do not have uniforms. So Deku just has on this: a blue jacket with black jeans, and his. I'm gonna say Deku has blue Nikes. So Deku walk. Deku walks. Goes around Aizawa and walks into UA. So Deku and Aizawa go and sit and sleep. So everybody starts coming into class. But Izumi recognized somebody in their class. So Izumi goes up to him and says, "Hello, excuse me." So then he's just sleeping. So as everybody gets into class, and Uraka knocks on his desk and says, "Thank you for saving me." And this one, he did save Uraka, but he didn't notice. So Deku goes to his wakes up, and Aizawa says, "If you," does his normal thing and says, "If you are here to make friends, get out of my classroom right now." So Aizawa says, "Okay, meet me out in field A." And Oraka says, "Don't we have the orientation?" And he says, "I have 3 years to mold you into the perfect heroes. We don't need orientation. You need all the years you can get. So, all the time you can get." So, one girl in particular, we're going to name her Rias for giggles. Her name is Rias. So, Rias likes him, but she don't know what this feeling is. And this one, Rias actually is a demon. So, her family is demons. So, Ezekiel goes and he puts on the uniform and and goes to the field A. Everybody. Deku goes before everybody, so nobody sees the whole thing with Kirishima. Still, the whole thing with Mineta still happens, but Deku wasn't there to stop it. But Deku left something, and he said Mineta was about to peek. Mine, Izuku rushed at Mineta, punching him, and says, "Girls, he's peeking," and crushes the hole. And then they said, "Thank you." So then Mineta says, "Why did you do that? Stop peeping, you little peeping Tom." Then he says, "You closed the gateway to heaven. Also close the gate to I am a brother. And I am not letting you peek on my sister." Bago, sister. Then he's Zuko. He thinks that, but then he just says, "No, it can't be Zuko. He went missing." So then Zuko, Zuko goes to the and Zuko, Aizawa said, Zuko. Then Aizawa says, "Zuko Aizawa." So Aizawa says, "I'm your teacher, Zuko Aizawa. Shoto Aizawa." So Aizawa gives Deku, or what he calls, he says, "Zuko Aizawa, come up to throw the ball." And then he says, "You got 1 point behind All Might." So in the heroes exam, so you get to throw the ball. Bakugo was angry and pissed that extra would come and take his place as number 1. So then Deku says, "Okay, I'll go." So he goes, grabs the ball, and he uses a lightning. His quirk is called Lightning Dragon. He uses a lightning dragon roar like this on the ball, sent it. I saw it burned up, but it sent the ball 3,000 meters. Then everybody was shocked. Then Deku says, So then Izuku goes and sits. So everything is like canon, but Deku gets second place, and Mineta gets expelled. But one girl. So, and we're gonna replace Mineta with Kendo, and also um, Invisible Girl. She got replaced by her. Yeah. So Izuku was finna go. Is walking home right now. So Izuku goes home. The next day is the hero versus villains exam. But 3 teachers are teaching this one. It's going to be Azawa, Telekinesis Girl, and All Might. So then they says, "Hello, we are pro heroes, and we will have you do a hero versus villains exam." Then then he says, so All Might says, "But the clothes make the pros." So he does this. He pushes a button and everybody costume comes out. So Deku, what up? Deku costume is this. Never mind the wolf in the back, but Deku has this costume. Like he's wearing this. So Izuku goes, and then they said Izuku Aizawa and Rias Komodo, Rias Gourmery. You will be fighting Bakugo Katsuki and Izumi Midoriya. So then this is then they says Aizawa. So then they look at Aizawa and says, "Yes, he's my kid." And then they said, "Oh." We didn't know you had kids. Yeah, it's been a long time. So Deku goes and he. So Deku says, "Okay, I will." So he tells Rias, I will go all the way up. You go in the building and distract them. I will go all the way up and just smash you. I know they're gonna put it at the top floor because I'm smart. I know they're gonna play at top floor. So if they don't, you be the contingency plan. But go in and go around looking for the bomb. If one of them attack you, just hold them off. What's your quirk? She says, it's called demon magic. I can produce a type of aura that can or kill my kill or stun my opponents. So Deku says, okay. So Deku says, I'm going. So Deku transforms into this. This is what Deku looks like. Then he flies up. So Rias is going through, but she sees Bakugo rushing at her. So she paralyzes Bakugo and wraps him up with the tape. And then they said Bakugo Katsuki is eliminated. So Deku goes in, goes up, flies up to the first floor. His suspicion was right. He busts through the door and says, "Hello," and touches the mom with his claw. So Deku goes down and de-transforms, and then he says, then they ask, who is the MVP of this match? Then they say, Izuku is. He took down the villains and he knew where the bomb was. So then, Aizawa, but then, so the next, so then, All Might, Inko, Aizawa, Deku, Mitsuki, Masaru, and their kids were in the living room. Then Izumi asked, "Are you Izuku?" Yeah, my name is Izuku. No, are you Izuku Midoriya? And they were like, oh. Then All Might says, it can't be. Then Deku says, it's, um, uh, uh, no. Then I could tell he was lying. He says, Izuki, how dumb can you be? And then he says, Zawa. That's Zawa. Really? Then he says, we gonna have to teach you lying. We gonna have to put you in lying classes. Oh, fine. So then he says, yes, I am Izuku Midoriya. So then he says, so then she says, Deku, I missed you. And then she jumps on him and says, unexpected. But then All Might says, yeah, we lost you. We lost you, which was a lie. And Deku says, you didn't lose me, you left me. Then, man, well, we're going to say Inko didn't know nothing about, then thought All Might was like saying, like, All Might says, honey, you will be fine. Like, he trying to convince her. She was going to go back for Izuku, but All Might says, don't go back for their failure. So, Izuku says, yeah, you left me, and Mom, I know you wanted to come back because I can feel it, but he persuaded you not to. Okay, so then, so Izumi looks at her parents, pissed off, and says, you did what? Man, bro. He says, calm down, Izumi. This is what Izumi looks like, by the way. This is Izumi. So then Inko says, I'm sorry, baby, but he persuaded me. So Deku says, it's alright, Mom. So All Might says, I'm sorry, but I really thought you was going to be a failure. So Deku says, It's fine. So everything goes normal into the USJ. The USJ happens, but instead of All Might fighting the Nomu gets disintegrated by Deku, and they said, "You killed it." Then he says, "Exactly, I killed it. That thing is not human anymore." And then he says, "Is it human, Shirai?" And he says, "No, it was already dead." So then he says, "Okay, so yeah." So Izuku goes into Izuku mm, was walking and sees um three girls and a boy. This would be Rias, Akano, Konako, and Kiba getting harassed by some boys. Oops, sorry. Let's make it for girls because we gonna make Kiba a girl. So Kiba, so Kiba. So so re so they were getting harassed. Then Deku says, "Hey you, stop harassing these girls. Come on." Then he says, "What are you gonna do about it, punk?" So Deku says, "I will blast you into a million pieces. So move." So he gets scared and moves and says, "Are you for okay?" And she says, "Yeah." And then Rias says, "Deku-kun." And then he says, "Rias? What are you doing here?" I was walking home." He says, "Oh, I just got through talking to All Might and Miss Inka." "Why?" "Well, turns out my parent, they are my parents. But Aizawa was my adopted dad." "Oh, okay." So this was gonna be a start of a relationship. So he says, "I'll walk Ria's home, y'all three can go on." So then they walk home, talk, find out they got a lot of in common about each other. And then Deku kisses her on the cheek. And then this will be the end of part one to What If Deku Was Neglected and OP.